As you read the title, I've never played any Pokemon games. But I watched the anime when I was a little kid, the one that came out in 1997, with Brock, Misty, and Ash. So I thought, why not give it a go after all these years? I started with Pokemon Red, thought why not start with the very beginning. The game starts with Professor Oak telling us about how the world works. It has Pokemons and people use them to fight and whatnot. I picked my name, which was Ash, because I thought, why not follow the anime? Picked my rival's name, said Gary. Now, here's what I didn't know. I didn't know that in Pokemon Red, the original one, their names were Red and Blue. So, well, YOLO, I guess. Now, the first decision everyone got to make what Pokemon to choose. After thinking for a bit and contemplating between Charmander and Squirtle, I picked the blue guy, which is Squirtle. And giving for the nickname, I gave him the name Big Man. Because Big Man Blast, Big Man Blast, Big Man. Yeah, so I named my guy Big Man, and off we went to Route 1. And damn, the second I stepped out, I was hit with Pokemon battles left and right. But the main problem that I had was where was my Pokeballs at? After running around from Route 1 back to Pellet Town and back to Route 1, I genuinely had no idea. I was stumped. At this point, I was lost. I was just out there battling Pokemons left and right, not knowing what to do, what not to do. But then I met the guy who told that we'll get the Pokemon balls or the Pokeballs in the next city. But before I went there, I tried to level up my Squirtle to level 9, and then off I went to the mart. And just as I thought I'd finally get to buy Pokeballs, the cashier asked me to give a parcel to Professor Oak. Of course, of course. After an annoying detour back to Pellet Town, I finally bought my Pokeballs. But then it hit me. Do I really want to catch these bum-ass Pidgey and Rattata? Hell nah. So I refrained from catching them. Now, after giving that parcel to Professor Oak, we get to meet with Gary's sister who gives us a town map. And on the map, we see that there's a detour right there. You see that? Yeah, I wanted to go there. So what did I do? Of course I went there, bro. But then comes Gary and blocks my path. And so we fought. The outcome? I lost. How in God's green earth is this man gonna attack me with sand attack 4 times in a row with his Pidgey? So I miss every single attack and defeat me. Not to mention, how is he still beating me when my big man is level 10 while his Pidgey is level 9? It was frustrating to say the least. So what did I do? Move on to Route 2? Nah. I went back and used Tail Whip on his bum ass Pidgey till all his attacks missed me and kicked his ass to death and then lost to his Bulbasaur. Yeah. It was not smooth sailing to say the least. On the bright side, my Squirtle did level up to 11. So what did I do? I went on to Route 2 to level up my Squirtle and then come back to beat his ass. As I was on Route 2 whooping these bum ass Pokemon's asses, I came across a Nidoran. And I actually lost the footage of the whole thing, but I did catch the Nidoran. And leveling up at Nidoran was a pain in the ass, not gonna lie. Because the Nidoran was level 2 while my Squirtle was level 13. Leveling up that Nidoran was a pain in the ass to say the least. Actually, that's a lie. I leveled him up to level 3 and went to beat Gary's ass, which I don't have the footage of. I genuinely apologize for that, but it is what it is. Also, what was Gary blocking off? It was the Pokemon League. Turns out I couldn't even go in. I had to defeat Brock. So I went off to defeat Brock. It was kind of easy, not gonna lie. Mainly because I had Squirtle and it had evolved into Wartortle. At this point, I was hell bent on evolving him into Blastoise. I also bought a Magikarp from this old man, and turns out Magikarp is useless. I knew that it evolves into Gyarados, so now I was kinda hell-bent on grinding him with Squirtle so that I could have both. After defeating Brock, we went to Mount Moon, and oh my god, what in God's green earth is this place? Every step I took was hell, encounter after encounter, and with basically only one fighting Pokemon, it was hell. I had to catch a Zubat to increase my fighting power, but it wasn't much. And as I was about to get out the cave, this happened. somehow I was able to defeat Super Nerd with a Magikarp and a 1 HP War Turtle. Like, oh my god, Lady Luck was on my side. Cause ain't no way I'd be able to defeat him. It was something else. After that, I went on to beat Misty pretty easily. The fight was nothing special. I used my big man to tackle all of Misty's Pokemon to death. The power of over leveling, nothing is impossible. And now this is where I end my video. I actually played more. I went on to meet Bill, the Pokemaniac, got the SSN ship ticket and went there and got the HM01 cut. But unfortunately, I lost all the footage I had. I'm so pissed at that, but my Magikarp did evolve to Gyarados and yeah, I spent a total of 6 hours on my initial play of the game and it was fun. But let me know what are the Pokemons I should try, or the games that you would suggest. Also, I got to know that there's a colored version of Pokemon Red, which is Fire Red, which I didn't know. And I got to know after I basically finished editing this video. But yeah, it was actually a fun little game. And I'll probably play some more Pokemon games and whatnot. So yeah, this was what my initial run of the game. And I'll see you on the next one. Mayo out.